There is a woman who cannot feel fear, not that she's brave or good at hiding it, but because she is physically incapable of being afraid. She's been held at knife point, held at gunpoint, and nearly killed more than once, and felt nothing. No racing heart, no panic, no dread. Scientists have studied her for decades, because hidden in her fearlessness is the answer to a question you've probably never asked. What is fear actually for? And why is the woman who lost it in far more danger than you are? In the research world, she's known only as SM to protect her identity. She's an ordinary woman, a mother, living a mostly ordinary life, except for one thing. A rare genetic condition called Urbach-Wiethe disease slowly destroyed a specific pair of structures deep inside her brain. Two small almond-shaped clusters of cells, one on each side, called the amygdala. And when those structures were gone, so was her ability to feel afraid. To understand why that matters, you first have to understand what the amygdala actually does. Your amygdala is your brain's alarm system. It sits deep in the emotional core of your brain, constantly scanning everything you see, hear, and sense, asking one question over and over. Is this a threat? When it spots danger, it fires before you're even consciously aware of it. It's the amygdala that makes you leap back from a snake before you've even decided it's a snake. It floods your body with adrenaline, spikes your heart rate, and screams at you to run, freeze, or fight. It's also where fear is learned. Touch a hot stove once, and your amygdala makes sure you never forget to fear it again. For SM, all of that is simply gone. The alarm was ripped out of the building, so scientists did something that sounds almost cruel. They tried again and again to scare her. They took her to one of the most terrifying haunted attractions in the country. While other visitors screamed and recoiled, SM led the group, laughing, and at one point tried to talk to the monsters out of pure curiosity. They took her to an exotic pet store full of snakes and spiders, the creatures humans fear most instinctively. She was fascinated. She kept reaching for them, asking to hold the biggest, most dangerous ones, and had to be stopped for her own safety. They showed her the scariest films ever made. Nothing. But the truly chilling part wasn't in a lab. In her real life, SM had been threatened with a knife, held at gunpoint, and attacked more than once. And through all of it, she reported feeling no fear at all. And this is where the story turns, because you might assume that being fearless sounds like a superpower. It isn't. It's a curse. Fear, it turns out, is not your weakness. It's your bodyguard. Every time your heart pounds walking down a dark street, every time your stomach drops around a person who feels wrong, every instinct that tells you to leave, to run, to be careful, that is your amygdala keeping you alive. SM has none of it. So she walks toward danger she should walk away from. She trusts people she shouldn't. She has been harmed again and again, not because she's unlucky, but because the part of her brain that was supposed to whisper something is wrong here stayed silent. Her fearlessness doesn't protect her. It leaves her defenseless. She is, in a very real sense, in more danger every single day than almost anyone watching this, precisely because she cannot feel afraid. For years, this was the whole story. SM was simply the woman who could not be afraid. And then, in 2013, a scientist named Justin Feinstein designed an experiment that shattered that idea. He had SM breathe in a single deep lungful of air containing a high concentration of carbon dioxide. It's harmless, but it briefly tricks the body into thinking it's suffocating. Everyone expected the same result as always: nothing. Instead, something no one predicted happened. SM panicked. She gasped, she flailed, she cried out for help, and she experienced full-blown terror, the first real fear of her adult life. The woman who could not be frightened by knives, guns, snakes, or monsters was reduced to panic by her own breath. And it revealed something profound about how fear actually works. Because it turns out fear isn't one single thing, run by one part of the brain. The amygdala handles fear of the outside world, the snake, the attacker, the thing in the dark. But the threat of suffocation is different. It's an internal alarm, a signal that you're dying right now, and it's processed by older, deeper structures in the brainstem that SM's disease never touched. In other words, you don't have one fear system. You have many layered on top of each other over millions of years. And the very deepest one, the one that guards your next breath, cannot be removed. It is wired into the oldest part of what keeps you alive. You can lose the fear of the world, but you cannot lose the fear of your own death. Which forces us to rethink the way we talk about fear. We treat it as the enemy. We're told to be fearless, to conquer our fear, to live without it. Entire industries are built on the promise of a life with no fear at all. But SM is what that actually looks like. And it isn't freedom, it's danger. A person stripped of the one thing that was trying at every single moment to keep her safe. Fear was never the problem. Fear is the ancient, tireless evidence that some part of you desperately wants you to survive, that you are worth protecting. So the next time your heart races, or your palms sweat, or that quiet voice tells you something isn't right, try not to hate it. That feeling isn't a flaw in you, or a weakness to be crushed. It's a gift written into your body across millions of years. A guardian that kept your ancestors, and now you, alive in a dangerous world. The goal was never to feel no fear at all. SM shows us exactly where that road leads. The goal is to listen to it, thank it, and then decide for yourself. Because somewhere out there is a woman who would give anything to feel the very thing you spend your life trying to escape. Her body forgot how to be afraid for her. Yours never will. And that, strange as it sounds, is one of the kindest things it quietly does for you. Thanks for watching the Unspoken channel. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Until next time.